Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 is one of those games that I find myself surprised to be reviewing, since, as many of you know, I'm a Halo player. So at least for me, Call of Duty has always been that other franchise of which we do not speak its name. But we haven't had a solid Halo game released in quite some time either, so I decided to take this opportunity to give the Call of Duty series a fair try and see what all of the hype was about. Before I continue, while Modern Warfare isn't the first Call of Duty game I've played, it is the first one that I managed to complete the entire campaign. I had previously purchased other Call of Duty games like Black Ops 3 and Infinite Warfare, but neither of those two really held my attention long enough to want to play until the very end. Thankfully, I did not have that problem with Modern Warfare, and as a result, I may actually try and give those other games a second chance. Yes, Modern Warfare is just that captivating. While you play as multiple characters throughout the game, the central focus is on Alex, a US military man who travels to the heart of a fictional Middle Eastern country called Urkistan to assist a group of freedom fighters against a growing Russian threat. Right off the bat, I need to say something about the graphics here, because they're absolutely stunning in their realism, truly making you think that you're actually walking in Alex's combat boots. Both the visuals and the lighting are beyond impressive, and definitely create a sense of immersion. You feel what the character is feeling. There's one particular mission where you play the role of a child that is especially haunting. The mission starts you off buried beneath a ton of collapsed rubble, staring at your dead mother in the face. Eyes wide open, staring at everything, yet seeing nothing. You eventually get pulled out of the rubble, only to immediately be on the run from the Russian threat. The mission closes with you trapped in a house as a Russian soldier tries to hunt you down, and it's up to you to take him out with minimal resources at your disposal as he looks for you. It's truly a heart-pounding moment, and one that will stay with you. The missions themselves have a healthy balance as well in terms of environments and layout. 1 minute you're in an open field fighting both terrorists and Russian forces. The next you're sneaking into a house and climbing the claustrophobic stairs to reach your targets. There's also a nice trade-off between missions that take place during the day versus ones that take place at night. This is where the lighting effects really shine, as oftentimes you'll be tasked with taking out the lights and killing the power in order to get from point A to point B, rather than simply trying to shoot your way out. It's a nice touch that adds quite a bit of diversity into the campaign. And despite the oftentimes complex design of the missions, the UI does a fantastic job of making sure that you never feel completely lost. Even being relatively new at Call of Duty, I only had to look at a guide once in the entire game, and that was regarding how to kill the Juggernaut in the final mission, as the only real clue I received from the game itself was to use the fire suppression systems to damage his visibility. As for the storyline itself, it's very memorable, with gripping characters that will stay with you. It's hard not to care for them, as the game oftentimes will tell you the story of their struggles and hardships via flashbacks that give you a look at their terrifying pasts and give you a stronger understanding of where they're coming from. The campaign easily has one of the best character-driven stories I've encountered in quite some time. If I had to give this game one major critique, it's that the multiplayer doesn't feel like anything too particularly special. We've all seen it before, and it definitely feels a bit campy at times. This is largely due to the map layout, which, in its defense, is at least somewhat more complex than previous games. Still, I found it to be relatively entertaining, though I'd rather be going up against aliens and zombies, but that's just my personal preference. At the end of the day, I had a great time with this game. Even with the multiplayer setbacks, I consider myself to be a campaign person. I rarely touch the multiplayer a game has to offer, so for me, that was my primary focal point when it came to having fun with Modern Warfare. And for that, I will say that Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 is absolutely worth buying at full price. So, Modern Warfare 2019. What did you think about it? Or what's your favorite Call of Duty game out there that you would recommend, and why? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, and I'd like to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy day to sit down and watch this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, I hope you'll consider subscribing for more great content right here on the channel. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I'll catch you all right back here next time. And as always, I'm the Tyrant, signing off.